Welcome to Straight Dive Podcast.
You can almost hear it, can't you? That classic engine sound.
Definitely. Today, we're diving deep into, well, a real gem from the past.
We are, indeed. We're exploring a truly elegant machine, the 1934 Packard Eight 1100 Series Sedan.
And this vehicle, it's more than just metal and wheels, right? It tells a story.
Exactly. It's like a window into a specific time, a time of big changes.
And hey, for you car fans out there learning English, stick around. We might even uncover a little link to the Riga Motor Museum.
Could be. So, ready to get started?
Absolutely. Let's hear the story behind this classic vehicle.
Okay, so the Packard 8 line, this was, a real flagship for luxury cars back then. Packard built them from 1924 right up to 1936.
Wow, quite a run.
Yeah. Now, picture 1934, the world's in the thick of the Great Depression, really tough times.
Right.
But even then, Packard introduced its 11th series.
The 11th series, okay.
And this series, it had three main flavors, you could say. Three sub-series. The Standard 8, the Super 8, and then the top-of-the-line 12.
And the vehicle we're zeroing in on, the 1100 series sedan, that was the entry point for the 8 series, kind of the more accessible luxury option.
That's the idea. It was designed as, well, a more affordable choice, relatively speaking, for luxury cars, of course.
Still a Packard, though.
Oh, definitely. It absolutely had that famous Packard quality, and it was full of Packard's engineering innovation.
But 1934 wasn't exactly smooth sailing for the company financially, was it?
Not at all. Packard actually posted a pretty big loss that year. We're talking around $7.3 million.
That's serious money, especially back then. I heard that was partly because they were sinking cash into developing a new 120 model.
That's right, yeah. The investment in the 120 was a big factor. But even with those financial headwinds, this 1100 series sedan, the 8, it was still really important for their sales figures.
How many did they actually make?
Well, in 34, Packard made about 5,120 units of the 8 overall.
Okay.
And that figure includes the sedan model, the one with the 129-inch wheelbase. So yeah, this specific vehicle was definitely a key player for Packard during a really challenging economic time.
Makes sense. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. To really understand this amazing vehicle, we need some key vocabulary. First word, transmission.
Right, transmission. So this is the system, the mechanics, that takes power from the engine and sends it down to the wheels. It's what lets the vehicle change speeds, go faster or slower. Repeat, transmission.
Transmission, got it. Good word for our English learners. Next up, innovation.
Innovation. This just means a new idea or a new way of doing something or a new device.
Like a clever new feature.
Exactly. And Packard, they were really known for innovation in their car designs and engineering. Repeat, innovation.
Innovation. Love that. Always pushing forward. What's next?
Our next word is bumper.
Bumper. Pretty common word, I think.
It is, yeah. A bumper is simply that horizontal bar, usually chrome back then, fixed across the front or back of a motor vehicle.
And its job.
Its job is basically to reduce damage in a bump or a collision. Protect the car a bit. Repeat, bumper.
Bumper. Makes sense. Okay, after bumper, we have absorber.
Absorber. Think shock absorber. It's something that soaks up or takes in energy.
Like impacts from the road?
Precisely. On a vehicle, a shock absorber helps lessen the impact from bumps and potholes, giving you a smoother ride. Repeat, absorber.
Absorber. Key for comfort. All right, next word. Fender.
Fender, that's the curved bit of metal you see right above the wheel on a vehicle.
Like a mudguard almost.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah.
The fender helps stop mud, water, rocks, whatever, from being thrown up by the tires. Repeat, fender.
Fender. Keeps things tidy. Now, we've been saying vehicle a lot. Let's just quickly define that one, too.
Good idea. Vehicle. It's really the general term for any means of transport. Could be a car, like this Packard, or a truck, a van, even a bus. This Packard was a luxury sedan vehicle. Repeat.
Vehicle. Simple enough. And our last key word for today is adjustable.
Adjustable. This means something can be changed or tweaked or adapted to suit different needs or situations.
Like you can modify it somehow.
Exactly. And the Packard 8 had some neat adjustable features we'll probably touch on. Repeat. Adjustable.
Adjustable. Okay, great. That's our list. Now, let's move on to our shadow drill. I'll say a sentence about the Packard, and you repeat it right after me. Ready?
Ready?
The Packard 8 had a 3-speed transmission.
The Packard 8 had a 3-speed transmission.
Packard was known for innovation in car design.
Packard was known for innovation in car design.
The car had chrome bumpers in the front and back.
The car had chrome bumpers in the front and back.
Ride control offered adjustable shock absorbers.
Ride control offered adjustable shock absorbers.
The front fenders had a classic curved shape.
The front fenders had a classic curved shape.
This vehicle was a luxury sedan vehicle.
This vehicle was a luxury sedan vehicle.
The brakes had adjustable pressure for the driver.
The brakes had adjustable pressure for the driver.
Nicely done. Okay, time for a little fun fact about our 1934 Packard.
Ooh, I like fun facts. What have you got?
Did you know that 1934 was actually the very last year that Packard made cars with those really traditional, separate, open front fenders?
Oh, really? So after 34, they started integrating them more into the body.
Seems like it, yeah. It's like a little marker showing how car design was shifting right around that time. Those big, swoopy, separate fenders were on their way out.
That is interesting. It really captures a moment of transition in styling, doesn't it? From the old school look to something a bit more modern. Cool fact.
Glad you liked it. All right, quiz time. Let's see how much you've absorbed. Just 3 quick questions about the Packard 8 1100. Question 1. What kind of engine powered the 1934 Packard 8 1100 Series Sedan?
Ah, the engine. Okay, let me think. It had a 320 cubic inch L-head inline 8-cylinder engine. That's about 5.2 liters, I believe, a straight 8.
Correct. A big straight 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, question number 2. We mentioned the transmission. What was the specific name Packard used for its 3-speed synchronized manual gearbox?
Oh, that smooth shifting one, that innovation. That was called Synchromesh.
Synchromesh is right. Made driving much easier, I bet.
Definitely less gear grinding.
All right, final question number 3. There was a feature that let the driver change how firm the suspension felt using those special absorbers. What was that adjustable system called?
That was a ride control system.
Yeah.
A really neat feature using adjustable hydraulic shock absorbers. You could actually change the ride firmness from the dashboard.
You got it, ride control. Excellent.
Glad I remembered those.
So just to wrap things up for this deep dive, we've journeyed back to 1934 to look at the Packard 8 1100 Series Sedan.
Yeah, we talked about its history, launching during the Depression, which is kind of amazing.
We did. And we touched on some of its cool tech, like that Synchromesh transmission and the adjustable ride control suspension.
And don't forget the fenders. That fun fact about 1934 being the last year for the open fenders. A real design detail.
Right. What stands out to me is how Packard, this high-end luxury brand, was navigating those tough economic times by offering this, well, slightly more accessible luxury vehicle.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? About the balance between prestige and practicality, even for a company like Packard back then.
Absolutely. And now, about that Riga Motor Museum connection. English and love cars.
It's plausible.
Yeah.
If you ever visit Riga, keep your eyes peeled. You might just find a similar Packard or another amazing vehicle from that era there. It's the kind of place it could be.
It leaves us with a thought, perhaps. What does it tell us about society when even the top luxury brands feel the need to create something a bit more attainable during hard times?
That's a good takeaway. Something to chew on.
Definitely. We really encourage you to explore more about Packard's history or maybe other luxury cars from the 30s. And hey, why not check out the collections online, perhaps even the Riga Motor Museums?
Absolutely. There's always more to discover.